Good morning, beautiful people. This wonderful morning, we're going to continue our series of what you do when life gives you a roundhouse kick to the head and you suddenly end up sprawled out on the canvas. Here is the second thing to do after you get a grip and regain proper balance. Focus on what's good, what's right, and what's possible. Stop dwelling on the obstacle. Focus on what you can do instead of what you can't do. This reminds me of my good friend, Dave Liniger. Dave is the Harry Truman or the Ernest Hemingway of our day, a maverick of a man who has squeezed many lifetimes into his single one. Dave is the chairman and co-founder of RE/MAX, the colossal real estate company with over 100,000 agents in over 100 countries, generating several hundred billion in real estate sales each year. Dave has also been a NASCAR race car driver, a jet pilot, a skydiver, a big game hunter, a globe-trotting scuba diver, a hot air balloonist, policeman, philanthropist, and he served 6 years in the Air Force doing 3 tours in Vietnam. Dave attended my High Performance Forum along with his co-CEO, Adam Contos, only months after he was released from the medical center where he spent 7 months. January 28, 2012. Dave flew to Galveston to deliver a speech. He woke up around 2 o'clock in the morning in his hotel room, paralyzed from the neck down. It was discovered that Dave had an undiagnosed staph infection, apparently acquired when he tripped and scraped his arm lugging groceries into his home. The staph infection had gone septic. His spinal column was ravaged. The doctor said that it was the worst they had ever seen. Now on life support, he flatlined a month later on Valentine's Day and was literally brought back from the dead by CPR. Dave spent 4 months in a coma. He emerged from the darkness with what he described as the cognitive level of a kindergarten child. He was told by many quote-unquote experts that he was lucky to just be alive, but would never walk again. The experience took this self-made business icon to the brink of despair. But Dave turned to his personal development roots and his ceaseless commitment to learning. Dave will tell you, those books and audio programs saved his life again. In his book, My Next Step, he recalls what he said to himself in that moment of despair. He said, "It would make you the worst kind of hypocrite. If you give up now, you will wash away 40 years of delivering speeches to tens of thousands of people, encouraging them to never give up, to deal with whatever obstacles have been put in their way, to find the courage to face those obstacles head on." Dave resolved himself then. He said, "Screw it, I won't quit, not now, not ever." And that is when Dave told the experts around him that he would be walking out of that medical center. And he did. It was only a few months after which that he walked into our private high performance forum so he could continue his learning. Amazing, right? Dave and Adam also joined our elite program, which is once you graduate the High Performance Forum, it's a 2-year experience with a room full of other uber successful business leaders. During one of our sessions, I facilitated a speech competition. When it was Dave's turn, he walked to the front of the room and he told us the story of his ordeal. I remember him saying, "When the lights are bright and it's daytime, it's pretty easy to show your bravado. That bravado goes away at 1 a.m. when you're in your hospital room by yourself. That is when fear comes. The fear was unbelievable. What if I can't walk or feed or clothe myself? How was I going to be a husband or a father?" He said, there were 93 other beds in that hospital with patients looking up at the ceiling thinking the same thing. But you can't look back to what you had. You have to look forward to what you can have and what you can do. At the end of Dave's speech, he asked each person in the room to stand. As we did, he explained the many moments in which he would have traded his vast wealth and all of his life experiences to only be able to do what each person in the room had just done, so thoughtlessly and casually. He reminded us all, if we can stand, we are already vastly wealthy. Be sure you caught Dave's key insight here. Focus on what you can do instead of what you can't do. So this morning, here's something that you most certainly can do, and that is to help another. If you think this series can help inspire someone who might need a boost, be sure to share this Darren Daily with them right now.